Good morning, everyone. This is Money Map. So today we want to revisit the issue of the ban placed on banks from facilitating cryptocurrency transaction. So the CBN came out again to give some explanation as to why they took that position. So basically, they have three reasons. First one that cryptography is a method of encrypting and hiding codes that prevent oversight, accountability, and regulation, mainly which almost suggesting that cryptocurrencies were created to hide illegal activities from the prying eyes of the government or whoever. The second one that transacting in cryptocurrencies potential risk of loss of investment, money laundering, terrorism finance, illicit funds flow, and criminal activities. Last one, that cryptocurrencies have become more widely used as speculative assets rather than as a means of payment, thus explaining the significant volatility and variability in the price, meaning that the way the price moves at high rates, up and down almost on a daily basis. So maybe let's just break these things down a bit. Um, Cryptography. So according to the CBN again, cryptography is a method of encrypting and hiding codes that prevent oversight, accountability, and regulation. This is far from the truth, people. This is far from the truth. The issue is that cryptocurrencies is not based on any organization. There is no central organization that issues the currencies. Rather, there's a protocol, a system that was built by developers called blockchain. That so what the blockchain does is to create a means whereby funds can move from one person from one point to another based on secured record, and what secures that record is called is encryption. So before you can move from point A from one point to another, there's an encryption that secures it so that only the person who is authorized to receive the currency can do so. So and that is necessary because again there's no central organization. So that technology is called blockchain. If you hear blockchain, it sounds like a big tech. No, blockchain is just a database. What's a database? A records that are related. So in a country, you can have database of schools, you can have database of businesses, you can have database of telecom operator. But when you bring everything together and encrypt it such that information is moving from one point to another by itself through a protocol, then you call that a blockchain. So the purpose of the encryption is not to hide from anybody, but rather to secure the movement of information instruction from one point to another. So each point that interacts with the blockchain is called a node. We won't need to dig down so much into the technicalities, but encryption is not to hide. Encryption is what secures information and instruction from one point of the blockchain to another. So that's CBN got that wrong, or maybe they did that deliberately. Now, criminal activity that transacting in cryptocurrency potential risk of loss of investment, money laundering, terrorism finance, illicit funds flow, and criminal activities. So if we ask ourselves, do they do criminals use cryptocurrencies to do transaction? The answer is yes. Was it created for that? Was Bitcoin created to do criminal activities? The answer is no. We can also ask again, for fiat money, which is money issued by a government, and the regular, even the banking system, do we have criminals using the system to do fraudulent transaction or to do money laundering? The answer is yes, it's the same thing. So we cannot say because of that. Rather, what the direction should have been for the CBN is to find a way to interface with the developers, the technology community, and raise their concerns and see what can be done about it. Maybe at this point we should quickly delve into a little bit of history. The reason cryptocurrency was created again was because of failure of central authorities. So every time you have a currency, a currency that you think should be able to worth 1 naira, but you find out that through the activities of a central government, you keep having your 1 naira, maybe you can buy a loaf of bread today. By 3 years time, it cannot even buy half loaf of bread, so it's losing value. And so people came out together, especially during as an aftermath of the global recession of 2007 2008, that government is messing up things, and we need a currency that will be secure, that nobody will just wake up and print currencies. So government, anytime they have any issue, they will just wake up, print more money. So if we print more money, and there is no additional creation of good value in the society, no new goods, no new services, it means that the one we all have will work less. We will break down this in subsequent videos. But so Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies came out because people have lost trust and confidence in a central authority, and they want something that it can be secured and it will not be under the control of anybody. They also don't want someone to just wake up and stop you from using your money. We had our own experience in Nigeria when people were protesting against killings by a security agency, and the government came out, banned them the money they mobilized for the protest, and called them terrorists. So that's exact. So the cryptocurrency came up exactly, to break off the firm grip of any central authority that abuses its power. And if anybody is suggesting that cryptocurrency is a den or is a tool for criminals, that is far from the truth. There are many great organizations, large organizations that are already adopted cryptocurrency. We must have heard the news yesterday that Tesla declared that they bought $1.5 billion worth of cryptocurrency. So some of these organizations, Silvergate Capital, they are big asset managers. They have invested billions to cryptocurrency. The PayPal, that that's a foremost fintech, they are into cryptocurrencies, they accept cryptocurrency. Square, the same thing. Even Visa is talking of accepting cryptocurrency. So these are certainly not criminal organizations, right? So they also talked about volatility, that the prices go up and down every day, and that could be a risk. Yes, so volatility is a risk to investors, and it doesn't exist in cryptocurrency only. Whatever rate of change in price that we observe in cryptocurrencies, we can see it in stocks. We see it in other form of asset. If you say people speculate, of course, especially retail investors, people speculate. So also they speculate even on naira and dollar in Nigeria. Everybody speculates, people speculate. So have we banned these things? No. So when you talk of speculation, it's even mostly for cryptocurrency. It's even mostly the retail investor that speculates and causes that price changes. The major holders of Bitcoin, they don't trade it. They just store it somewhere. And there's another reason that the price moves in high leaps, or changes in high leaps. Cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, as it got, there are many cryptocurrencies, but Bitcoin being the flagship currency has a maximum limit of 21 million Bitcoins that can be mined, and only 18.6 of these have been mined so far. So you have about 4 million cryptocurrencies left that anybody can mine, except they change the protocol down in the future. But it's only 4 million more that anybody can mine. Yet you are having more adoption. People are using it the more. So what that just means is that if the number of cryptocurrency Bitcoin available, if it's fixed and you have more people using it, more people adopting it, it just means that the price will continue to rise the way we are seeing it. So volatility is not peculiar to cryptocurrency, and where volatility is something that should be managed. And how do you do that? Investors education. Explain to people what their risk, let them understand their risk, and things like that. So it's not a cryptocurrency thing, and nobody has banned other assets that has this kind of volatility. Now, how do you know the value of a network? So in valuing cryptocurrencies and almost anything network, there's a law that you can use, McAfee's law. So what the McAfee law says is that the value of a telecommunication network, which is exactly what a blockchain is proportional to the square of the number of connected users of the system. Now, let me confess to you, I'm struggling with the statement, but I know the main point of this. So forget the mathematics, forget the sign. The point here is that as more people use, this thing, the value goes up. So as more people wake up, like, let me start using Bitcoin, let me start buying Bitcoin, let me start using Bitcoin to pay for this and that, the value goes up. And that is happening every day. In January 2021 alone, Bitcoin network registered over 22.3 million unique addresses, meaning that new, you can call that new account, sending and receiving Bitcoin throughout the month. So while we are arguing about it, it's not valuable, it's valuable. The world is embracing it. Everybody wants freedom. Everybody wants a secure place, but they don't want an overbearing central authority. And it's not just, this is just the tip of the iceberg. When in subsequent video, we will talk about other forms um, of cryptocurrencies that exist. Bitcoin is just doing a part of it, just a little. There are many dimensions of it that will change the way we live, the way we process transaction generally. So that's what it, just watch out for this channel as we go into more specifics and also ask questions about it. We can respond to the issues discussed so far. So thank you. I encourage you, please use the link provided in the description to join IMAP. IMAP is our mentoring platform where we go into more details. This is just a video of like 10 minutes, but there we go into more details on how you should understand, analyze events happening that can impact your investment, your financial standing in terms of risk, possibility of losing your money, and return. Thank you very much. Stay blessed.